Welcome to School of Light. Read through the Bible. My name's jephthah. It's morning time here in New Mexico. It's a little chilly. Hence the warm gear. We're in Judges chapter 12. Let's hop right to it. The men of Ephraim called out their forces, crossed over to Zaphon, and said to Jephthah, "Why did you go to fight the Ammonites without calling us to go with you? We're going to burn down your house over your head." Wow. Jephthah answered, "I and my people were engaged in a great struggle with the Ammonites. And although I called you, you didn't save me out of their hands. When I saw that you wouldn't help, I took my life in my hands and crossed over to fight the Ammonites. And the Lord gave me the victory over them. Now why have you come up today to fight me?" Jephthah then called together the men of Gilead and fought against Ephraim. The Gileadites struck them down because the Ephraimites had said, "You Gileadites are renegades from Ephraim and Manasseh." The Gileadites captured the ford of the Jordan, leading to Ephraim, and wherever a survivor of Ephraim said, "Let me cross over," the men of Gilead asked him, "Are you an Ephraimite?" If they replied no, they said, "All right, say Shibboleth." If he said Sibboleth, because he could not pronounce the word correctly, they seized him and killed him at the ford of the Jordan. 42,000 Ephraimites were killed at that time. Jephthah led Israel 6 years. Then Jephthah the Gileadite died and was buried in a town in Gilead. After him, Ibzan of Bethlehem led Israel. He had 30 sons and 30 daughters. He gave his daughters away in marriage to those outside of his clan, and for his sons he brought in 30 young women as wives from outside of his clan. Ibzan led Israel 7 years. Then Ibzan died and was buried in Bethlehem. After him, Elon the Zebulunite led Israel 10 years. Then Elon died and was buried in Bethlehem. After him, Elon the Zebulunite led Israel 10 years. Then Elon died and was buried in Ajalon, in the land of Zebulun. After Abdon, son of Hilil, from Pirathon, led Israel. He had 40 sons and 30 grandsons who rode on 70 donkeys. He led Israel 8 years. Then Abdon, son of Hilil, died and was buried at Pirathon in Ephraim in the hill country of the Amalekites. All right, so that's chapter 12. What are the things that we could take out? All right, so this guy named Jephthah had success against well, I'm not going to go to details because like the way the Bible I think reads and talks and the stories is so you can kind of put yourself in the situation. So let's say you're a Jephthah and you accomplish something really great, and then those that were of the household or some people come to you and they say, "We're going to destroy your house down because you didn't invite us to have this victory. You didn't bring us into this movement or this opportunity to have a great victory over the Ammonites." And so what does he say? He says, "I did call you guys. You didn't come. Now why do you come to fight me today?" Yeah, so that's interesting. So if, say, you accomplish something pretty amazing in life, some other people come around you, well, why didn't you, but you did invite them. You did, you did try to involve them, but they were unwilling. And then when you have the success, they come in and say, "Hey, we could have been part of that." Then this whole thing about saying Shibboleth. If they say Sibboleth instead of Shibboleth, then they knew it wasn't a Gileadite, and they knew it was someone from Ephraim. So I wonder what that has to say. They secured the Jordan, and then if somebody tried to come across, that's going to say Shibboleth. And if they said Sibboleth instead of Shibboleth, so if they didn't know how to, the secret password, I don't know, the key, something to identify you. I'm not sure exactly what the lesson is there. And it just says that he had Ibzan led Israel after him. He had 30 sons and daughters. They rode 70 donkeys. I'm not sure about all the details on that, but the thing that does stand out is Jephthah went to fight the Ammonites. After he had victory, these people were mad at him. In fact, wanted to burn his house down over his head. So that's pretty venomous, I guess is a good word. Well, that's the end of chapter 12. The hope is that when we read through the Bible, we put our vibration, we put those words in our heart and our mind, and it helps us get to a state of being that is void of anxiousness, like that weird anxiousness, like I gotta do things, just like extreme anxiousness. It helps you live in a state void of fear, helps you live in a state where you feel a quiet confidence, where God is your source. He's your lean. You lean on him because this is somebody you can trust. And really, when you look at it in comparison, you never put your trust in man. Man will always fail you. Some men are more trustworthy, however, and those guys are good to do business with, good to do collaborations with, but the only one you can fully trust is God. And I wish you all happy, full life, full day, happy full life, forever. God bless. Have a good one. Bye.